back, everybody. So today we're gonna try a dog named Cudi. Cudi, Cudi, Cudi. I'm guessing is how it's pronounced. Ascension Brewing Company made this Imperial Milk Stout. This is 12% ABV. Yep. $4.49 is what I paid for this. Imperial Chocolate Milk Stout with Belgian chocolate, cocoa nibs, vanilla, and lactose is what is on the back. No date on this. Man, this should go well with a hop slam. There we go. I actually didn't think this was that big. So usually I try, especially when we're getting into the colder months, like this is November. We're getting close to Thanksgiving. That's not going to go over. What I try and do is I'll buy a big beer, like 10% or more, and that's what I'll leave out. And then I'll have a couple other ones while that one warms up, or uh, I'll do some. Then I'll be like, okay, I need to do a stout, and so I'll just grab one. I try and go back and forth, but like I think the other weekend I had three that were over 10%, and now I look at this. This is 12%. Then I got an odd side one, which I should have done this one first. That's 8.25%. Then the hop slam was 10%. So I need to get my beers in order because I usually go from lowest to highest ABV when I do multiple reviews. But yeah, 12%. Uh, Head, chocolate colored head. Let's say medium, like a cocoa chocolate colored head. Pretty much all small bubbles. From this glass, about a finger of head. I'm gonna go black. Like on most of these, I say like dark brown. It's black. It's black all over. Maybe at the very bottom of the teardrop, it's a darker brown, like a dark ruby red brown. But yeah, it's black. There's no flashlight needed for this one. Let's go ahead and smell. Chocolate roasted malts, maybe light coffee, like a city roast, very light in there. It doesn't. Yeah, where the lactose usually comes off as a vanilla to me. I don't get that. Plus, you're doing chocolate cocoa nibs with Belgian chocolate cocoa nibs. What are those? I've heard of Belgian syrups before. Belgian chocolate Okay, that makes more sense. Belgian chocolate, comma, cocoa nibs, comma. Okay, because I was like, what? So that okay, that makes a little bit more sense. That chocolate really, that vanilla chocolate isn't really coming out. I get I get more of those darker roasted malts, almost ashy. Yeah, there's a little lighter chocolate in there with a little city roast, but it's a big stout. It should have that. I think, if anything, the smell should be more. Like, I don't get vanilla. I don't get sweetness, like added sweetness, or like that double vanilla. Like I was saying, lactose comes off as a vanilla. I'm not getting that at all. Maybe it's too cold. Uh, I mean, this thing's been out almost an hour. So, yeah, I get more of that base big imperial stout smell. Let's go ahead and taste. Hopefully it changes. Um, big time burnt, ashy, roasted malt. There is some chocolate, like, there's definitely leftover sugar. Like, my lips are sticking. Um, that's a lot of dark roasted malt in there. Maybe off the front, the very front of the palate, like a sweet chocolate, like a syrupy chocolate. But that big dark roasted malt, ashy, burnt, crisp kicks in like marshmallow. I'm not saying marshmallow, but like if you roast a marshmallow and you burn it and you eat it and you get that burnt outside, that's kind of this all day. Now, the funny part is, I like espresso, I like a big, bold, bitter coffee. And here you go. I think there's a little too much sweetness in here. Like, I don't know where that vanilla is. I don't know if it's covered up by that malt bill. I guess in the aftertaste, as your palate warms up, I could say vanilla sweetness, but that, like, burnt, ashy charcoal is still there. But it's like a sweet, burnt, ashy charcoal. Um, Very thick, easy drinking. It's like drinking a big, drinking. I'm trying. I don't want to say chocolate milk, like thick chocolate milk, because I want to say like a very thick, dark, roasted espresso coffee with chocolate beans. Maybe. Like, I'm talking thick. That 12% is nowhere. Um, yeah, I think as my palate warms up, that more of that vanilla sweetness is coming out. And like I said, maybe a little too much sweetness. Like, maybe leave out the lactose. I don't know when they added it. If they added it in like secondary or primary, just up the ABV a little bit more. But something tells me it was a very big grain bill, because it's on. I don't want to say barrel aged, because you can tell the difference, or at least I can, between a higher SRM, like a 500 SRM malt, like decarafa or carafa one, to dehusk carafa, that I used in my porters. It's more like that, where if it was a barrel aged beer, and you got that ashy burntness, they, at least in my opinion, they taste different. This seems like they used a lot of higher SRM malts, and that's why you're getting that. Scores are going to be weird on this one. I could drink that all day. Um, it's a little too sweet. The sweetness has to come down, but for a big stout when it's getting cold, I think this works. Would you leave out the Belgian chocolate? Like, I could say chocolate, but you're going to get chocolate. I don't feel that the chocolate's anything bigger than what it was. I wonder if they kept the cocoa nibs in, like they put a whole bunch of them in for a short period of time, or something, and it just didn't, that chocolate didn't come through. And that's also why I'm thinking it was a heavy grain bill with higher SRM malts, because you're using milk, Imperial chocolate, milk chocolate. So I'm guessing milk chocolate with Belgian chocolate and cocoa nibs. Like, I would think it would be more chocolate. Um, I'll go 4.25 out of 5. Uh, I think there's too much sweetness. I want more chocolate and I want more vanilla to come out without that sweetness. I almost think if you leave out the lactose, if you could keep the beer the same ABV, take out the lactose, I think it would be a lot better, in my opinion. Maybe get some more chocolate, use less cocoa nibs, but leave them in there longer or something like that. I don't know. 4.25 out of 5. Let's check Untapped. Two of my friends checked it in. 3.88. I am all over the place today. 116 people have checked it in. 3.95. Chocolate cocoa sweet roasty bitter. Roasty bitter sweet, I agree with. It needs more of the other. Let's just see. 4. I'm guessing people don't like that bitterness in there. Where's everybody? I'm just gonna check the first couple. Um, Good enough to take some home. Yes, it is. There you go. So yeah, if you're into beers like this and you can find it, definitely want to pick up and try. If you enjoyed this review, check out some more over here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. And until next time, cheers.